my voice. Mayong gabi kaninyong tanan. We are very honored by the presence of our dear ambassador, one whom I truly admire, and I am very, very honored to personally meet the legend himself, Ambassador Teddy Boy Locsin, with Madame Lourdes Locsin. We have the entire Philippines practically with us tonight, with our delegation from the House of Representatives, Deputy Speaker Duke Frasco, together with our district and party list representatives from our various regions across the country. Can we please give them a round of applause? Joining us also are our local government unit officials from our featured destinations. Of course, you just heard her speak, having just successfully launched our Travel Philippines app, Tourism Promotions Board, COO Marga Nograles, and the entire PPP. I'm accompanied today as well by our officials from the Department of Tourism, Undersecretary Shalimar Hofer Tamano, Assistant Secretary Rica Bueno, Assistant Secretary Bruna Gonsusaso, our regional and central office directors of the DOT, officials from the tourism, from our TIEZA attached agency, as well as, of course, and please give them the loudest round of applause, our private tourism stakeholders who have flown all the way here to tell our friends from all over the world all the reasons to love the Philippines. I am most grateful for your presence here tonight to celebrate the beauty of our country. Tonight, we launch here in London the BISITA Be My Guest program, which is our President's way of giving thanks to our overseas Filipinos and overseas Filipino workers who have given their love, their sacrifice, and their service to our country, being so far away from home. And therefore, allow me to begin my message by expressing my heartfelt gratitude to all of you, to our Filipino community here in London and the United Kingdom. Gikan sa kiniladman sa kong kasing-kasing, from the bottom of my heart, daghan kaayong salamat. Maraming salamat po for continuing to give us pride for being Filipinos by your representation of the Philippines here in the United Kingdom. Today, the Philippines is experiencing a robust recovery. I'm very pleased to inform you that thus far, we have now neared over 4.5 million international visitors to the Philippines and reaching over 93% of our target for this year. Hopefully, with your help, we will be able to exceed that and accomplish the recovery that we are all seeking for post-pandemic sooner rather than later. Here in the United Kingdom, they are blessed with the presence of over 200,000 hardworking, talented, world-class Filipinos that give us pride over there all the way home. And through the BISITA Be My Guest program, we hope to be able to channel our overseas Filipinos here in the UK to become tourism ambassadors for our country. To invite your friends, your family, your spouse, or anyone you know residing here in the UK or in Europe to visit our country and to discover the many reasons to love the Philippines. The Philippines is one of only 18 mega biodiverse countries in the whole world. We're host to over 70 to 80% of the entire Earth's species. We are a wealth of culture, heritage, history, with over 100 ethno-linguistic groups occupying our beautiful archipelagic nation. We are the Philippines, and with your help, we will be able to reintroduce the Philippines to the world on the strength of the Filipino identity. And we're incentivizing your invitation to our foreign friends by offering prizes in exchange for your sponsorship of any foreigner that will come to the Philippines, which I will discuss in a little while. I'm happy to let you know that as you plan your trip and as you make your invitations to your friends and family here abroad, we have paved the way for a better, much improved tourist experience in the Philippines. Allow me to demonstrate to you this evening the measures that have been taken by the Marcos administration in its effort to improve the standing of Philippine tourism worldwide. I'm very pleased to inform you that the Philippines continues to be a top-of-mind destination all over the world. And recently, we have been able to successfully defend, for the 5th year in a row, our title as Asia's leading dive destination. And recently, for the very first time, the Philippines was awarded Asia's best cruise destination with over 128 ports of call across our 33 islands in the country. We are now also defending our title as the world's leading beach destination, the world's leading dive destination. The Philippines is nominated as the world's best island destination, and thankfully, in its 50 years of existence, the Department of Tourism has been nominated as the world's leading tourism board. Palakpakan po natin ang Pilipinas. These awards give us the impetus and the inspiration to push further towards our President's goal of transforming the Philippines into a tourism powerhouse in Asia by addressing the basic challenges faced by Philippine tourism. Our President has recently approved the National Tourism Development Plan, which lays down the objectives for the improvement of the industry as a whole, such as prioritizing infrastructure, connectivity, digitalization, introducing innovation in our tourism services, and most importantly, making sure that we exercise shared tourism governance. We view every single member of government, every single member of the private sector, and every Filipino to have a stake in the success of Philippine tourism. And that is why we face the future with optimism and hope, knowing that with our enhanced tourism branding campaign, Love the Philippines, we have merely articulated what all of us already know to be true. We all love the Philippines, and there are so many reasons to love the Philippines. Do you agree? I want you to know, our Filipino community here in London and the UK, that you continue to inspire us, especially with the wonderful stories that we always encounter. I myself, personally, wherever I have been in the world, I have always encountered a foreigner who has told me a positive story about a Filipino. A Filipino worker, either a colleague or a Filipino in any industry, that displays that distinct capacity for care and compassion. The willingness to go beyond the call of duty, to serve to the best of one's ability, to give one's heart and soul in service, and to represent the Philippines in the best manner that they can. Inspired by your service and sacrifice and your display of excellence in Filipino hospitality and service all over the world, we in the Philippines have sought to further uplift Filipino tourism services in our country by pursuing our Filipino brand of service excellence program that seeks to institutionalize the values that make Filipino service distinct. Our reverence for God, our care for community, our sense of bayanihan, our love and joy in service of others. And with that, we set a goal this year of training 100,000 Filipino tourism workers in the Filipino brand of service excellence. And I'm very happy to let you know that it's been very well received by our fellow Filipinos and through the hard work of our Office for Industry Manpower Development, as well as our regional directors and tourism trainers all over the country, we have now managed to train over 107,000 Filipino tourism workers, all of whom are capable of delivering nothing less than excellence for the Philippines. They all await you as you invite your guests to come to the Philippines. Palakpakan po natin ang ating Filipino tourism workers. In our President's effort to improve the entire tourism experience, our government has invested in infrastructure, especially to increase tourist convenience. According to a survey conducted among tourists, over 92% of travelers consider the lack of public restrooms to be a grave concern. And that is why we lack no time in constructing no less than 10 tourist rest areas across the Philippines. In Baguio, Ilocos Norte, we also have in Cebu, in Bohol, in Palawan, in Davao del Norte, in Bukidnon, and all of these tourist rest areas have been so well received that I'm pleased to inform you that we're constructing 15 more in 2024. As you can see from the screen, the tourist rest areas have an information center, a pasalubong center where you can purchase the goods of our small and medium enterprises, amenities for tourists, and most importantly, clean and decent restrooms. Because we want the journey of every tourist to be as convenient as possible. When you're a tourist and you go around the country and you wish to learn more about a destination, or you encounter some concern throughout your journey across our islands, previously you simply didn't know who to call. And therefore, to address this concern, we have also launched for the very first time a tourist assistance call center for any of our international and domestic tourists. These are professionally trained call center agents that will be able to handle any inquiry as far as information about our destinations. They can help you plan your trip to the Philippines together with our Travel Philippines app, and they can even address any concerns that you may have that has to do with emergency services, law enforcement services, and the like. And for our fellow Filipinos here in the UK, if you are unable to dial this number straight to the Philippines, you can also just access our website, Philippines.travel, and click to call, and somebody from the Philippines will be ready to receive you as far as your tourism queries are concerned. In addition to this, we have also sought to fulfill our President's vision of ensuring that we reintroduce the Philippines to the world on the strength of the Filipino identity. And that is why the effort of the Department of Tourism is not only to continue to push for our award-winning destinations, islands, and nature-based destinations, but also to introduce the world to our heritage, our culture, our identity, all the nuances of our various regions that give so much flavor and meaning to us being Filipinos. We've done this by launching the Philippine Experience, a heritage, culture, and arts caravan that seeks to give our foreign and domestic tourists an opportunity to get to know our destinations through our festivals, our food, our flavors, our sounds, our products, immersions with our indigenous communities, as well as our local tourism communities all over the country. Thus far, we have been able to launch the Philippine Experience across the Davao region, and also recently in Calabarzon, in the Bicol region, and very soon in Western Visayas and all other parts of the Philippines. We certainly hope that you can join us in the Philippine experience for you to be reintroduced to our beautiful host of provinces, cities, and municipalities across the country that are just waiting to be discovered. We understand that our gateways are the first and last impression of our tourists and travelers. And that is why we have collaborated with the Department of Transportation for purposes of improving the gateway experience to the country. As a result of our collaboration with the DOTR, we have now managed to improve NAIA Terminal 2. In that, the airport is now able to receive you with Filipino-made furniture, amenities made by our Filipino artisans from Luzon that provide areas for you to take rest throughout your travel. We also seek to improve the seaport experience, and that is why we fully support the building of PPP seaports, including this one in my hometown of Liloan. Special credits to Deputy Speaker Duke Frasco. With more than 100 ports of call across our 33 island destinations in the country, and the Philippines now being Asia's best cruise destination, we seek to further expand our cruise tourism portfolio in the country, knowing fully well that in our host of 7,641 islands, there are still so many opportunities for our islands to be explored. With this, we're also very happy to let you know that we've also introduced innovations to tourism in Metro Manila and Luzon. If you have the London hop-on, hop-off bus tours, we now have the Philippine hop-on, hop-off bus tours. We recently launched these hop-on, hop-off bus tours in the city of Makati as well as the city of Manila for you to rediscover our heritage sites and hidden gems across Manila. And soon, we are launching in Parañaque and Pasay, hopefully for our transit passengers to be able to take a tour while they are waiting to go to their final destination. We hope to be able to replicate these Philippine hop-on, hop-off bus tours across key cities in the country. With all of these improvements in Philippine tourism that have been put in place since the beginning of the Marcos administration, we hope to inspire you to invite our foreign friends to come to the Philippines by way of the BISITA Be My Guest program. The concept of BBMG is simple. You just have to invite a foreign friend or spouse or colleague to come to the Philippines by registering on our website. And by doing that, you will now have the opportunity to win exciting prizes. And these prizes constitute no less than condominiums, house and lot. Yes, it's true. As well as free round-trip tickets to the Philippines and free travel packages that will take you across our island destinations. Has everyone registered for BBMG? We do have 2 more draws coming up. We've already done 2 draws previously, and which was very well received by our fellow Filipinos from other parts of the world. And we have another draw coming up in December and another one coming up in May. So I do hope that with the BISITA Be My Guest program, our diaspora of 200,000 Filipinos here in the United Kingdom would be inspired to bring in more tourists to the Philippines. As Filipinos, we take pride in our culture, our identity, our sense of family, our reverence for God, our faith, our sense of community, that never-ending well of love and compassion for others, and the willingness to welcome anyone that comes into our shores as a member of our family. Isn't it true that when somebody comes across our homes, our destinations, we seek not only for them to like the experience, we seek for them to love it. Because we know in our hearts that there's just so much to love about the Philippines. And that is what I invite all of you to remember in inviting friends and family to come to our country. Tell them there are endless reasons to love our country. There are an endless number of opportunities to love your journey to the Philippines. Whether you like our adventure across our islands, whether you're interested in learning more about our culture or our history, whether you love diving, as I do, whether you like swimming with the whale sharks, or the treasure sharks, or the sardine run, whether you love our flavors, wherever you may be in the Philippines, there is an experience that awaits you. Through our colors, our culture, our flavors, our food, and all the nuances that make all of us Filipinos. We take pride in our country, for there are endless reasons to love the Philippines. And with that, I thank you all for your attendance here tonight. And let us welcome, with gratitude, hope, and optimism, the bright future that awaits the Philippines, and that is the birthright of every Filipino. Daghan kay salamat kay inyong tanan.